We're all ready to get outside, care for our lawns and garden spaces, but there are some important tips to know before you fire up those motors. Our turf mutt friend Chris Kaiser is back with some pro tips. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Well, we're out there. We're ready to go. So walk us through the first step. What do we need to do first before we fire up lawn mowers and weed eaters, etc.?
You bet. Your experience when you bring equipment out, especially seasonal stuff, emergency stuff, recreational stuff, is how you put it away. So the experience you're going to have in the spring is how you put it up in the fall. And so you have to run it dry. So hopefully your mowers, string trimmers, leaf blowers, etc., you've run them dry. There's no fuel left in them. And then you buy fresh fuel. Fuel stales today because that has ethanol in it. It'll absorb water. So you want fresh fuel. And you want to make sure you store them clean. So when you get out for fueled equipment, you want to make sure you have fresh gas, again, so it's not stale. You want to check the oil and air filters if you have them. Check your batteries, make sure you've stored them properly. The key, again, is to put them up clean and try to determine in the spring if your blades need sharpening.
Well, one of the things that, all of those pieces of equipment come with like a manufacturer's guide. What if you can't find it?
Most of that stuff can be found online. Now, one of the things is everybody thinks the mowers are the same or your string trimmers are the same. They're not. Manufacturers have different products. The key is to familiarize yourself with the product you have. There may be some nuances there. So again, if you've lost your owner's manual, most of that stuff can be found easily online. One of the challenges now with battery equipment in particular, there's lots of new battery product offerings in the consumer space, is make sure you use the manufacturer charging system and the manufacturer batteries. There are a lot of knockoffs today, but you want to make sure that you're charging the batteries in the battery charger the manufacturer provides. That'll keep your batteries, that's the most expensive part of the machine, like an engine on engine equipment, that'll keep it safe.
What other inspection steps do we need to take for lawnmowers, etc.?
Well, the more complicated the units, it's belts, pulleys, etc. You would never want, then a lot of the wheeled good units will have safety devices, ROPs that rollover protection, etc. The message here is never disable, remove, or modify safety equipment. Leave the chutes alone, leave the guides alone, leave them alone. They're there for a reason, so never disable safety equipment, and never have kids or pets around operating equipment.
And that's so important because so often, they are also outdoors playing or whatever, and just to be mindful that this is serious equipment that can cause some damage.
You bet, it is. These are working machines, and so they're not educational tools. Like if you have a riding piece of equipment, never give a child a ride, never attempt to teach somebody how to drive. They're simply not that kind of unit. So these are working machines, they're swirling sharp blades, and so no pets, no kids in your operating equipment.
Chris, send our viewers to a website where they can learn more about this and other topics for summer yard work.
OPEI.org is the trade association's website. It gives you a lot of materials and can give you directions to your manufacturers, our members. But again, you can easily go to your manufacturer website and it will talk to you about and you can find that particular piece of equipment on their website.
Chris Kaiser, it's always good to talk to you.
Thank you. Happy spring.
You too. We'll be back with more lifestyles right after this. Stay with us.